Ahoy, mateys, and welcome back to Windrose. Welcome back, guys. So, I have found out a couple of things. First of all, I have found out, because I looked it up, because I did know where the hell it was, that this stuff here is sulfur. I think. No. That's not. Okay. But this stone here might have sulfur. No, that just has stone. Okay, so there's supposed to be areas on the big rocks that have sulfur and iron, and then there's also supposed to be standalone boulders that have it. Let's try this one. Oh no, that's not even mineable. Okay, so we have to figure out which ones they are. What about this one? No, that appears to just be stone too. Okay. Also, you guys told me... Okay, this... Oh, I'll bet this is it here. Yeah, this is it. All right. There we go. Finally. You guys also told me that the iron will respawn in about 6 real-time hours, so I just wasn't given that enough time. Okay, so discovery... Homemade gunpowder, baby. Fan-frickin-tastic. And that... Yeah, that's everything for foothills. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, you can get the sulfur from here. But we're also supposed to be able to get it... You know, and the funny thing is I passed by this... I don't know how many times, and it just looked like part of the rock, so I didn't notice it. Kind of hidden in plain sight. Anyway, apparently, you know, there's also certain types of boulders that we can get this from. And those boulders are also in the coastal jungle, in addition to the foothills. So... I'm not exactly sure how to identify which ones have sulfur, though. Because I don't know, does it say if they do? No, not that. What about this one? Oh, yeah, it does say it. Okay. Interesting, okay. So it's just a matter of me getting used to what it looks like, and also if you walk up to it, it will tell you that it's sulfur. Oh shit. Do I have to have... Do I have to have my pick out to see that? Oh, god damn it. I didn't even know he was there, obviously. Where are you at, motherfucker? Probably take one of those, too. You goats want to mix it up, too, huh? Alright. Jesus, there's 3 of them. And no, you don't. You're not allowed either. Okay. Oh, that's a log. So, yeah, the question that I have now is... I don't know what all this stuff is. I probably don't have to have my pick out. I just, like I said, I just never noticed it before because it's kind of hidden in plain sight. I wonder though if... Okay, here's the mine. And... I'm trying to see if... we have the iron back. Yeah, we do. It's right there. I can see it. Okay, good. So that's very good to know. And what it also means... Hey, there's a wolf thing. Fucker. It also means we're going to go ahead and God damn it. I think we're going to build our base on this island, because we have we'll have a supply of iron and sulfur. I'm assuming this will reset if we need more corn and stuff like that, maybe. But actually, that's not going to matter ultimately because we'll have our own farm. Here, let's take another one of these because there's more wolves around. Okay, so the sulfur stacks to 30. And yeah, okay, so the iron has restocked. Okay, that's very good to know. So yeah, I mean, I think this foothills island is as good as any, right? And what I'll do is I'll go around and... That's stone. I'll go around and try and, kind of survey the place again and start marking where resources are. See, now this... Is this iron? Because I heard that the iron can sometimes be outside as well. It's not just in those mines. It says it's waste rock, so that would imply there might be something behind it, right? Well, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, I don't see anything there. Okay, that's sulfur, and yeah, it tells us that too, even when we don't have our pick out. Okay, good. I'm really happy we found this because now, I don't have to go around and farm the gunpowder anymore. It was kind of fun to do that, but it's a lot of work. We don't get XP for the kills. And it also has sucked up a bunch of my bells. So now I can take most of my bells back down and recoup them. And, now we can just farm the sulfur. This is... Oh, shit. Oh, God, that's an alpha wolf. I don't want to mess with him. We could kill him, but... We don't need to kill him, so let's not. Okay, that's sulfur too. Nice. One thing I want to do, and probably our first NPC that we're going to hire is going to be the guy that gives us 50% more gunpowder. That's just stone. Oh, God. Enemies everywhere. Enemies to the left of me, enemies to the right. Is there a song about that? That's just normal stone. So yeah, it'll take me a little while to kind of get used to spotting it, but at least we now know what the deal is. So that is awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna... Let's actually go home. I'd like to grab a little more sulfur first, though. And I want to drop... Here we go. I want to drop off, clear out my inventory. And then come back here and mine out all this iron again. Just so we can do some more upgrades. But I'm starting to wonder if maybe we should just put everything on pause, and move over here and get our base going before we do anything else. Yeah, those guys are fighting over there. That's just stone. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna go back and... There's 3 of those bastards. And we're gonna move over here. But I guess then, if that's the case, which it is, we should figure out where we're gonna move. I think it makes the most sense for us to have our base on the beach. It's safer for one thing, but you know, then we all have direct access to the ships and the water and the bales and all that. So here's one. So then it's just really a matter of which beach do we want to build on. And it might make sense to build, well, on the beach where our fast travel point is, just because it's close to the iron deposit. But I don't know, I want to kind of look around though and build in a place that looks cool. What if we built out over the cliff? Well, that's not going to be so easy to do because they're all lined with these crags here. I mean, it's possible that we could do it, but can I get up there? There we go. Oh, I don't want to get stuck. Is there an unstuck? Yeah, there is. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't done any serious building yet in this game, so I don't know how the SI works or, you know, the structural integrity and all that. So I don't think we're going to get super seriously fancy with our first base build. Another fucking wolf. Eat some lead, bro. Eat some lead, except for it's copper. Let's see here. Where are we at? Oh, we're way out on this kind of like this peninsula, so that's not really an ideal spot. Probably right here is as good as any, right? Because it's close to the mine. Of course, we have a little more coastal forest over here, which means more resources, potentially. Tell you what I need to do. I need to just go look around off camera and decide where to build, and then when I make that decision, then I'll bring you guys back and show it to you, and then we'll get started on that process. Okay, so I'll see you in a bit. All right, guys, I have found the location that I think we're going to build. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to temporarily switch back to the Sea Dog. Or no, sorry, to the Big Dog, because it has more storage space so we can haul all of our shit over. Actually, you know what, though? I guess I could just load up my own inventory and fast travel. Yeah, that'll probably actually be more efficient. So I'll tell you what, let's see, where are we going? We're going here. Here. I think what I want to do, though, is I want to build in this bay here because it's still pretty close to the mine. And there's more coastal forest region here, which means there'll be more spots for things like peppers and sweet potatoes and that sort of thing. And so let's just go there first, and we'll take this fast travel bell down and reset it up back over in that spot. Get rid of that, and let's see. Yeah, it'll be faster just to go over land, but in case we run into wolves and shit, make sure we're buffed up. So for the first build, I'm more interested in it being functional and practical than super neat. That's not to say we're going to put together a shitty base. I mean, it'll, you know, we'll make it look as nice as possible. Also, the farm has reset. So we have new corn here, so that's good. I don't need it right now, of course, but, you know, we can come back later and grab that. As we need to. We might as well grab some more of these resources along the way, but I'm not going to go way out of my way to do it. I'm excited. You know, I have not done any building really to speak of at all in this game other than putting together that little shack and a couple things. So excited to experience that part of the game. I have not purchased any building plans yet. I want to see, you know, what's available just by default first, and then, you know, later on we can do upgrades and get nicer stuff, and maybe even build a really nice base in potentially another location later on. Grab that and avoid those guys, or not. Oh, they're fighting the goats. All right, well, let's take advantage of that distraction. The first, I think I may have mentioned this already. It's, by the way, just FYI, it's the next day in real life for me since the first recorded segment of this episode. But the, oh, you're not dead yet? What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, the first NPC I want to get is the guy that doubles, or well, not doubles, but gives us 50% more gunpowder. Alright, so let's let these guys duke it out, and whoever's left will mop up. Pretty close fight. I think the goat's going to go down first.
This is gonna hurt.
Yep. Okay. Pick all that stuff up. Grab whatever this is. So, yeah, we're going to have, we got singing flowers there. I think there's peppers right here. There's more singing flowers. I know there's bananas around, and maybe over there's some sweet potatoes. So we have a good, you know, excuse me, patch of those things, though. That's not super critical, only because, you know, we're going to start farming. So, yeah, that is, now that I think about it, not that big a deal. So my thought is that I like this, you know, this bay here for our ships. And what we do is we build a wharf out in that area with, you know, different slots to it, and then we park our ships in each one of the slots. So basically this area will be the wharf, right? And then I'm thinking about building over the water here a little bit, out into the water just a little ways, depending upon how far the game will let me do that, for the actual base. So we'll have a structure here that, you know, with a nice deck or dock that goes out over the water, and then anything that we don't fit in the main building. For example, we could do an outbuilding back here for things like smelters and stuff that needs to be outside. And then maybe we could do the farm in this little flat spot right here. So that's what I have in mind, and that's what we're going to do. Okay, so first thing we want to do is we want to put a bell, and I think Since I'm not probably going to do any building over here, let's put the bell over here for now. But once we get the wharf built, you know, then we'll build the bell into the wharf. But for now, let's just set it up right here. Okay, that takes care of that. Now, the next thing I want to do, well, we got to get a bonfire down, right? So let's see. Can I put a bonfire out into the water a ways? I can't. Oh, wait, no, I need resources. We just need 5 wood. Okay, let's get 5 wood. I'll probably clean up most of the seaweed and the other stuff, you know, and the wrecks on the shore to make things look nice and neat in our new home location. So we may as well pick this wood up. I don't know if these things respawn. They probably do outside of the bonfire, would be my guess. Okay, so can this be put out in the water? It can. That makes no sense whatsoever, but it extends our build area. But thing is we don't need to go that far out into the water. We want it to also kind of cover over here for our farm too. So how about, let's just go right here with it. We can always move it later if we have to. Oh yeah, okay, so that goes way over there. That goes out further than I thought it would. That should be perfect. Now we might need to put another one down for the wharf though, because, you know, we're going to want to build out that way further. Is there a limit to how many of these we can have? I've never tested that. Let's see. So we'll pick up some more wood here. I guess I can might as well take these down because we are going to need nails for storage. Okay, so it's too close to another bonfire. Alright, well, what we could... We can actually move the bonfire over a bit, because it goes out further than I realized. It doesn't need to go that far back into the forest or this far over here, because the farm would probably be in this general vicinity here. So we could pull the bonfire that way a little bit and maybe out into the water a little bit too. So what if we put it here? There is another option now that I think about it. Take that down. Let's move this way over here. Okay. We do have, you know, this area over here too that we could use for the farm, but I want the farm to be closer to the house. Now, can we bring this guy how close? Okay, so we could bring it all the way to there. The problem with that though is that we're not going to be able to build right all the way out over that water, I don't think, unless... What if we put it more like here-ish? Yeah, it needs to cover... That's kind of the, I guess, the downside to these being circular instead of rectangular. Okay, if I put that there... here. I think that means we're not going to be able to build right here if we needed to set something down. Like, for example... Oh. Oh, this doesn't... I don't think this has to be inside of a bonfire. What does? Only works within bonfire range. That stone and clay. This does not require the bonfire? This does. That is copper, though. I was trying to find something really cheap that has to be within the bonfire range so we can test this. That's 2 copper ingots. Okay, this would be pretty cheap to make. The armor and clothing, we just need 10 coarse fabric. Okay, so let's put down a workbench. Actually, no, let's move it over a little bit. I can only make 6 of those, so we need a little bit more plant fiber. Who's aggroed on me? I don't see anything. Oh, there's another Azure Dodo up there. He's far enough away. Okay, so we should be able to make this. It requires a... Okay, So I guess the question is... Are we going to have a problem trying to put stuff here? I wish they allowed a little bit of a... Yeah, see, we might have a problem here, too. Wish they allowed a little bit of an overlap on these. Okay, so... we might need to slide... whoops, wrong thing. We might need to slide this over further. It does let us put it on the rocks. That might be a little too far. That is so weird that it lets me put it in the water like that, because it's a fucking bonfire, man. That's funny. Okay, let's try it there. So the line is, well, we can't see it now. I'd almost like to have it out even just a little further, but I don't think it was going to let me go out any further. What about like to there? That's potentially out far enough. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll move this one closer. Oh, too close. Okay. Yeah, see, it doesn't show you that outer line. This could probably work because we don't necessarily need to put anything right there. And it looks like it's going to cover far enough out into the water for our build out there. Could even maybe move it out a little further because, again, I'm not going to be building back up in that forest. At least I'm not planning to, so let's come this way a little more. This is going to give us, it still covers all of this area back here, which is where I would build. We would just have like this little strip here that we wouldn't be able to do anything with, which I don't think is going to be a big deal. But it's going to allow me to build out a little further this way too. So yeah, let's go with this. I think this will work. I think this will do the trick. All right, now, what we're going to do is we're going to set up some, whatever the cheapest 28 slot storage is. Those would just require fabric and rope. These require nails and wood. So this is definitely going to be the cheapest 28 slot storage that we can do at the moment, because we're going to need a place to kind of temporarily store all of our stuff while we're doing the build. Not necessarily all of it though, because we can just fast travel back and forth. But I'd like to have a few things of storage here. So let's gather up a shit ton of and when I say few things of storage, I mean just to start with. We'll have permanent storage set up, of course. So yeah, let's grab a bunch of plant fiber. I wonder if this stays, if these plants will come back, or they probably won't. The train will probably just stay modified forever, because that's kind of what you would want if you were doing it for actual building purposes. Alright, that's good enough for now. Pick up all these that we missed. One thing I'd like to see in the game is for them to extend the radius of what the player picks up a little bit more than it currently is. Not like crazy amounts, but a little more. Okay, so again, we're not really going to do a whole lot of building right in this spot, so this will We'll make this kind of our temporary storage. Oh, I need to make rope. Actually, yeah, what do we need? We need rope and cloth for these. So 10 fabric and 5 rope per thingy. Alright, why don't we start with... oh. Alright, let's just... we'll make 20 of those. I'm going to need to get more stuff. Okay, just leave those in there. Alright, I'm going to go gather up more plant fiber. Okay. So let's make another 20 plant fiber. No, 20 of those, and then we need 20 rope in total, so we need another 17. And that's enough to make 4 of the storage units. We'll just put them right here. And again, this is temporary, so okay. Now let's just start loading stuff in here that we don't need for building. And we can put the bullets in there too. I think we'll keep everything else for the moment. Oh, did I miscount? I must have miscounted how much fabric we needed. Let's put one of the gunpowders in here too. Let's get to building. I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. So what are we going to use for foundations, floors, and walls? Do we have the option? Okay, we do have an option of stone foundation. Or we have stick foundation or pier foundation. Obviously, pier is going to make the most sense if we're going to build out over the water, I think. But I would like to incorporate some stone into this as well. Okay, so one thing I would be interested in getting right away is some nicer floors, because it looks like our only options are the wood floor, the stick floor overlay, or I'm assuming if we just went with the stone foundation, then it would be kind of a rough stone floor. That's not a very big block. Alright, well, I think the pier is what makes the most sense, because we are going to be going out into the water. And so the next question is, how do we want this to be oriented? Probably just the way it currently is would work. I think, though, that I want to turn it this way. And in terms of the height, let's start it right here. Also, how about we go home and sleep and make it daytime? All right. So, looking at this, I think I want that band with the rivets in it facing out. Yeah, like that. All right, so let's start laying these down. I basically want the whole thing to have a wraparound porch / dock. So we're going to make the base of it wider than the actual buildings will end up being. So what does that give us? That gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which would then make the building itself a 5 by 5. I'm talking about the interior of the building. And these are pretty generously wide pieces too. But if we wanted to have ample room on the deck, we could make it too wide in the front and the back. This will be the back, the front will be facing the water. So if we do that, then that means this goes here and this goes here. And then the actual interior layout would start here. A little bit weird getting that to snap. Do we have a... Yeah, we do. If we go to V, there we go. That gives us the bird's eye view. That is so useful. So if we're going to have an odd number of blocks, how does that work with doors? Windows and doors. So that's a double door. I kind of like this one. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so that would be the door into the base. Here's another question. Is it easy to upgrade these things? Or more specifically, can we upgrade or change them in place? Because if you can't, we might want to actually decide upon a building material, a permanent building material. So can I change this pier to this? I can't because it's not even the same size. Alright, well, I still think I want to see what I can do with this starter stuff. I mean, I know there's a couple of pieces that we've discovered, but for this first base, let's just use as much of the basic stuff and just see how nice we can make it with that basic stuff. Alright, so now, if we... let's go to walls for a second. Our options are stone walls, okay, what's the key that I hold to... Oh, that is nice. Wait a minute. I thought I had stone wall selected. Can I do the same thing for deleting? No, you just have to do it that way. Okay. This is what I want. Oh, not enough resources. Okay, so we need stone. Let's drop off... all of you in there. I guess I'll keep that stuff just in case I need it for something. And we'll go back home and load up on stone because I have lots of stone back here at the base. And most of that is inside of here. Might as well just take all of it, because we're moving everything from here. I'll probably keep the fast travel point here, just because if we do need to come and farm up peppers and stuff, I've already got them marked. At least until, you know, we get the farm under full production. Okay, let's load you up with the stone. Let's put that in. I don't even know if there's a point in hanging on to these keys. I would say probably not, just because when you reopen those chests, there's nothing in them. I'll hang on to them for now until I find out otherwise. So that's stone. Let's put... we're going to need a lot of wood, too, so let's go get a load of wood and put it in that second thing. I have to say I'm appreciating the fast travel mechanic at this point in time, because, oh my god, what a pain in the ass it would be to have to haul all this stuff over. I don't think we need any of that stuff. Let's grab that. Shouldn't need any of that for now. Oh, we got a whole bunch more stone. Okay. Well, here, we'll grab another stack of that. This is fun, man. I'm really looking forward to doing our base here. Okay, we'll put all the wood in there. Sorry, all the stone in there. All the wood can go in here. And we'll put plant fiber in there. And maybe some of this stuff as well. This will kind of be more just miscellaneous shit that we don't want to carry around at the moment. Very good. Let's get back to this now. Alright, so let's do one layer of walls. Like so. Oh. Wait a minute. Why is that not... What? How did that happen? Oh! This door does not cover that whole space. Really? Why? That makes no sense. Does it cover like this space? That is bizarre. Why would they make a double door that doesn't cover the entire width of a foundation? Or even half of it? What the hell, man? Alright, well then... let's blow that man down. And what we'll do is we'll make sure the walls are lined up appropriately. So if we put this door in here now, it was this one, right? That's got to be an oversight. I don't understand why that would be done deliberately. All right, well, I guess our door is going to be offset a little bit, so I can use these to fill in. Yep. That is just weird. Okay, well, I mean, it is what it is. For now, hopefully it's something they fix. Doesn't compute in my brain. Okay, we want to rotate you this way. So for the side deck, we'll just have it be one wide. Now the next question is, I wonder if we're going to get... Oh, wow. Okay, we can dig or put those down really deep. They are, I guess they are piers. Nice, okay. So I guess the next question is, how big do we actually want this base to be? It's going to be pretty damn big, isn't it? Maybe we have the wraparound porch be double all the way around. Let's play with that concept. Because this thing's going to be enormous, and a lot of things I'm going to be putting outside. Okay, so... do these have a different side to them, or are they the same on both sides? They do look a little different. I don't know that that really matters, though. Okay, so... how would the house look if we made it like that? That's... hold on a sec. 1, 2, 3 and a half. No, I need to redo this side here. For some reason it's... okay, it was stopping right there. This will probably be a decent amount of space, especially if we make it 2 stories, which we probably will. But then it makes me wonder if I need that much deck. Okay, now let's go to here and let's grab the bark wall and put that up here. Now, is there a significant difference between this side and that side? Not that I can really tell. Okay, so what I'm thinking is something like this. I really like that click and drag thing. It just feels, it feels good. Feels solid. Okay, let's put more piers in. I really don't like that that door's offset, but I don't know what to do about it. Okay, what I'm thinking now is that we make the base maybe a 4x3. Not too far there. And then take those two out. Put the door here. Does it matter which side is which on this? Again, not really that I can tell. And then go to here and do that. And then finish out with our bark walls. It's easy to misclick a little bit on this. Okay. Now what we'll do is let's put a floor slash ceiling in. We only have leaf options for roofs at the moment. We have handrails. That's nice. Pier stairs and stone stairs. And rope fence. So what's the difference between this and this? I don't know. Here, we'll worry about that later. Let's go here, and we're going to use... I guess this is our only option for flooring. Whoop. What happened? Oh, that is so cool that I can just do it like this. It stopped right there for some reason. I don't know why. Oops. You have to kind of lead it with a little, for lack of a better term, node thingamadoodle. Look at that. All right. What's up with that? I don't know why there's a big crack there. That's weird. Okay, so now if we want to put windows in, which we do, I think what we do is let's get out of bird's eye view mode. I think we're gonna have to take that out. and use these little guys to make windows. Still don't know what's going on with that. What if I turn it around this way? Ooh, that makes it even worse. Oh, there we go. Okay, I guess we just had to fiddle with it a little bit. Okay, and then we'll just do this. Okay, that gives us windows. If we wanted to, we could do windows on the ends too. So like that. Yeah, I think that works. It's is this gonna get weird here though? Because no, I guess not. I mean, there is more space here than here, but it's not super noticeable unless you're really looking for it, I guess. Okay. Oh, nope. Yeah, like I said, this feels really good. I can see why people are raving about the building in this game. I like it. Okay, now let's work on the second floor. I wonder if what if we should make the walls on the first floor entirely stone? Well, if we do it this way though, it gives it see, that's a little bit of an SI thing, isn't it? It gives it, you know, it kind of breaks up the pattern. Yeah, well, I guess we'll just do it this way. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need stairs. Thinking that we put our bell right here. At least for the moment. Because the ships will be parked over that way, and we'll extend the pier out that direction. Let's do that. Let's do that, and then, you know, for some reason I decide I don't like that, We'll change it up. Okay, and then we'll go back to here, turn that way. Oh shoot, the bell's... The wood's going the wrong direction on the bell. Guess we have to do it that way. Well, we don't have to, but... Now we don't have that kind of riveted board, though, there. Yeah, I think that this is the lesser of two evils, as the saying goes. Because I want this to extend, you know, that direction towards what will become the wharf. All right, let's get in here. And what do I need to make lights? Under decoration, these kind of lights. That's just wood. Yeah, let's just keep it basic lights for now. And we'll put them like so. Alright, that lights things up in here reasonably well, I'd say. A little dark in the middle, but that's okay. I don't think that's a problem. Next step is, how do we want to do our stairs? We could either run them along the side, or they could run up the center. I think, because we're not likely to put anything right in the center. I think I'm favoring doing it from the center, at least to start with. So if we go to stairs and fences and grab pier stairs, if we start those there, there's no way to put those. Yeah, it's only going to be one side or the other. So for this to look right, we're going to have to do this, but now we are kind of taking up a lot more space. I think it's probably still doable, but I don't know, man. Maybe we are going to be further ahead to have the stairs along one of the walls. We'll have to move that light. We could do... nah, I don't want to do that because that's going to take more space away from the upper floor. I mean, we already have a shit ton of space. Can I get that light? No. Let's get that light out of there. And we'll go... maybe one there and one there. Okay, so you're gonna have to go, and you're gonna have to go. We might be able to go here and put those in there. Yeah, that gives us enough head clearance, just barely. Alright, it's coming together. I know it's nothing fancy, it's just a box, but it's a nice box. Yeah, you know, we're adding a little bit of two-tone, breaking up the pattern a little bit with the way we did the stone. Now, I might actually start the roof from here rather than building the wall up higher, so it has more of an attic type of feel. The next question is, do I want to do like an A-frame roof or a pyramid roof? And do we want it to be 45 or 26? Probably 26. So I guess, yeah, let's just do a pyramid roof. It's funny that it'll let me actually put it there, but it's not necessarily going to be lined up properly. Oh, this is just so nice. All right, let's put that and that in place first, so we make sure this fits exactly the way it needs to. Okay. Continue on building this out. How do I go back? I don't know. I don't know. Guess you just build it and then break it. Okay, so when we get to here, roof ridge, long roof ridge. Oh, actually here. I should be able to do this, right? Yeah. And then we put you there, you there. And there we go. Look at that. Hell yeah. All right. Got some kind of weirdness going on there. Now what we want to do is put windows in. Let's grab these guys. Okay, we'll do the same thing on this side. And then over here, do this. And yeah, let's do it like that. So those two stayed there. There we go. Now, the rails. Where did we see those rails? Stairs and fences. Okay, so we have handrails or we have rope fence. Let's go make some rope. Let's make, I don't know, let's just make 10 of these for now. I wonder if I can do eaves. Also, why don't we set our bed down now? Storage and beds. Simple bed with headboard. We need 5 Triton's horn. Alright. I think we'll put our bed over here. And I may end up actually having multiple beds up here, so the doc has a place to sleep. I guess the doc will move over here once we do, right? How does that work, I wonder? I'll have to figure that part out. All right. So we wanted to look at rails. And we also need lighting up here too. And again, we'll just use the basic oh, I have it turned the wrong direction. Why don't we do 2 lights on each end? One light here, one there, one there, and then the same thing on this side. There, there, and there. Let's go to here and... oh, okay, so the handrails are for stairs. Gotcha. Okay. And then these are for flat places. Oh, we need more rope. That's cool. All right. Oops. And we'll put those out on the dock too. Five more rope. We have a problem with that window, don't we? All right, we'll have to fix that. Excellent. Okay, go here. There we go. Yeah, that really... that really sucks that everything's offset like that. But it's the door that's messing us up. So I don't know. I don't think I can do anything about that. Oh, okay. Same problem here, huh? All right. Get rid of you. Okay. Let's check this end. Yeah, that's also messed up. This one's messed up. There we go. That fixes that. Alright, I want to try something else with the roof pieces. So let's grab a U. Can I get you to... I was kind of hoping I could get it to go in halfway in. I don't know that I want it... well, we might need it to stick out that far anyway, come to think of it. To cover some of the stations. Yeah, let's actually do it this way. That's gonna make our windows kind of weird up above, though. There, let's go. I could improve that if I just raise the wall up to the same height as the wall down below. And I might end up doing that because aesthetically, I'm not actually liking the look of that so much. Yeah. Alright guys, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the camera I'm going to tear the entire roof down. I'm going to put another row of this bark on top of there to raise it some more, and then put the roof back in place. So I will bring you back when I'm done with that. All right, mateys, we are back and have made the changes to the base, and I think it does definitely look better. One thing I'm thinking about doing is possibly extending the roof down further and putting some posts down. Why does that angle look different? I don't know. So let's experiment with that. All right, just do that much. Oh, we're out of plant fiber. Okay, well, the idea was to do that and then log pillar, pier pillar, probably log pillar. Do something like this. Maybe. Let me look at something here. Yeah, that's a plant fiber too. The one thing that I kind of don't like, whoops, about this is it then once again kind of janks out our windows a little bit up here. I mean, not terribly so. What I'd almost prefer... Okay, let's take this back down. What if we instead went with a flat bit? Something like this. And then we go pillar, stick pillar, log pillar, pier. The pier... The pier pillar is kind of big. That's more like a pylon almost. What does this look like? Why does the log pillar require plant fiber and not wood? What the hell, man? Okay. I'm just trying to decide if I like that idea. Because then, you know, it gives us a covered area that we can put our workstations and things. The ones that we want to do outside in a covered spot. I don't think I like that though. better than just continuing the roof, angle down. Unless we did something like, let's take a couple of those off. We flattened it out. Maybe brought it out to here. Almost like that better. We could also do this. We're just kind of experimenting here. What if we did this? Nah, I don't think so. What if we do this with the 26ers? And then we would take and put these in. I think what looks best is just to keep them flat. Like that. Yeah, I think that looks best. Okay, well, I'm going to go get more plant fiber. And then I think this is how we'll do it. Is there like a trim piece we could put along the top of that just to add a little more pizzazz to it? Wonder what. No, that we should put these in here though. Either those or. Oh God, those are big windows. Or these. I think I like the oval ones better. Did these have? Oh, those are cool. Except for they're really tall though. Yeah, I think these are probably going to be the best option here. Looks like these though have like actual shutters you can open, but they're too damn tall for what we're doing here. Maybe we could put these in on the top floor. Or we could put them on the ground floor. Yeah, that might look cool. Okay, well, nevertheless, I obviously need to get more plant fiber, so let me go gather up a bunch more of that shit. All right, mateys, we're back, and look at this. That's a pretty cool effect. It shows the deck dry underneath the eaves. Wow. That is a cool attention to detail. I love it. Okay, so I farmed up a bunch of plant fiber, as you can see here. Let's drop off a couple of things in here that we don't need to be carrying around with us. Wait, what? I think we want all of that for now. Oh, that is really cool. It's the little things, right? It is the little things. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to continue this. Do I want to go out that far? Maybe I don't. Yeah, I think let's go. Let's just go out one. I don't know why it wouldn't let me do that last one. That should be plenty of room to put workstations underneath that need to be covered. Okay, so let's just do this all the way around. Still a little dark out. There we go. What if we went out another half? It seems just a little bit short. Yeah, I think I like that. Yeah, this way. Okay, I like that. Now, let's get pillars and beams. We'll put them on all four corners and then we'll space them out evenly after that. Oh, actually, do I like this better? I think I do. Okay, and then we'll put one here. And one here. I don't want to block the door, so let's do something more like this. That's going to really accentuate that the door is not centered. I can't do anything about it though. Unless we held these back further. Yeah, I think we'll do that for that reason. All right, so that means we want you to go there. And you to go there. All right, let's do this. And this. I think to synchronize this better, we'll fill in these two. Just looks right to do it that way. And yeah, I'm gonna do this too because it doesn't make sense to do it on the sides and not on the ends. And fuck the door being off. Can't do anything about it. Hopefully they do something about that in an update, because I don't see any rational reason for it to be like that. It's probably just an oversight. Can I do... Oh, I guess I can do it that way too, huh? Let's not work harder, let's work smarter. Oh, I love it. I mean, aside, you know, from the door being a wrong dimension, the rest of the building in this game so far is amazing. Love it. See, so adding that wraparound awning there, it enhances the building so it's not just a box, but it also is functional because now we can put any workstations along here that we need to that need a roof over them, which is damn near all of them. The ones that you can't have a roof over are like the forges and stuff. So that we'll put out here. Okay, so now let's go here and let's go to stairs and fences. And we could either do wood stairs or we could do stone stairs. I think the stone stairs are a little nicer because, again, they kind of break up the pattern, add different tones of coloring. Or we could actually do this. Yeah, have like the wood stairs in front of the entrance, but then stone stairs along here. I like that idea. Even better. Is it gonna look weird over here though? And also, if we happen to be in the water, can we get up on these stairs? We can't. unless we drop them down further. Oh my god, I can't even get up like that. Well, that's a problem. Do they have to go all the way down? Yes, they do. Or at least down 3 down. Here I can just jump up. I like the look of that. I think I do. And it would allow us to get, you know, back up onto the dock if we accidentally fall off. But there's another thing we could look at here. And instead of doing stairs along here, what if instead we did these guys? Yeah, I think I like that better. See, that looks nice, I think. Because it's like a trim, right? What we could still do over here, though, is take this back down. We could still have, like, coming out here, some stairs going down, but it might make more sense and even maybe potentially look better if they're these stairs. But we're going to have to make sure they're down far enough so we can get on them. So maybe that far down. Yeah. Okay, I like it. Now, let's go back to here and let's go grab these again. And we'll just continue lining that. So the cool thing about this is that I've been able to put together, you know, a reasonably decent looking base just using the beginning stuff. I am excited to work with the better stuff later, but I just, you know, part of my goal here was just to see how much, what we can do with the starter stuff, and I'm pretty pleased with it, you know. I guess that's all the further that's going to let me go. If I get down like that, I think the problem here is that it's too far underground for me to get it. Oh, I had it for a second there. Right there. Okay, now hold the mouse button down and go all the way. There we go. Just a matter of figuring it out. We might want to put some stairs on this side because the water's a little deeper. Oh, I'm out of wood. Wait, what? No, I'm not. Why does it say I'm out of wood when earlier it didn't? I don't know. Alright, well, we'll leave this open for stairs. Must be just misreading something. For some reason it doesn't let me slide it further that way. It might be because... oh shit. Might be because it's too steep of an angle. Well, that's kind of a pain. I wonder if I can stand in my dinghy and do that. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, we're missing that bottom board because of the bell, but that's okay. I can't do anything about that, I don't think. Yeah, I'm not out of wood. Why was that saying I'm out of wood? I don't get it. It's really weird. Okay. We're making good progress here. What I think I want to do now is, you know what, I am going to put some stairs on this side too. For access and consistency. Now what we want to do is we want to not do that. We want to pull this out. And we're going to put rails around. Like so. But I'm going to need a whole bunch of rope. We need one rope per rail. 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 24, 48, 96. Yeah, let's make how much rope can I make? 283. Yeah, let's make, I think I'm going to need at least 96. Oh, this is going to look nice, you guys. I like this. See, it says I'm out of wood. Oh, is it because I'm... ah, that's it. I'm outside of the circle. Now I understand what's going on there. This might be easier to not be in bird's eye view. I like that you can stack these too. I don't think we need to in this particular case, but maybe for some other purpose. Ooh, there's a distinct... Oh no, there isn't. Never mind. I thought there were distinct sides to these, but I think they are the same. So we just need 2 more ropes. I almost called it. Oops, wrong thing. There we go. All right. I love it. Now we're going to want some lighting outside. I think we'll just continue to use these for basic lighting. But I'm going to put them up higher. Oh, right. We're going to try these windows here. Let's go with this one. Oh man, that's awesome. So now the question is, do I like that style, or do we want to go with this style? And does it matter? I think it needs to go that way. If we go out here and look, I like this. Yeah, I think I like the circular better. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, the reason I keep hitting Q is because that's the cancel button in Star Rupture. I don't know that we need these on the sides. Maybe we just put them on the ends. And we want to turn it this way. And then for the side windows, we could go with the round business, or we could go with the oval business. I'm honestly not a fan of either one of those. But those are really our only 2 options for our current window sizes. So between the 2, I think I like the oval a little bit better. The circular ones might look better on the ends because they'll kind of match the bigger circular windows. let's look at that from out here. We can put our trophy heads up there. That'll look nice. Let's put the ovals up here. I don't know, I still think I like the ovals a little bit better than the circles. I don't really like either one of them, honestly, but, you know, we only have those two choices. Whoops. That was not intended. That's going to be you. Put you back in place. Alrighty then. It's coming together, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some lighting on the outside. What is this? That's a wall lamp. Requires clay and animal fat. Yeah. These are just cheap and easy. And they look fine, so we're going to go with these. Alright, so I think what we'll do is we'll do a light there, 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 and there. For the side of the house, we'll just put one in the center of each tile. That lights things up nicely. Okay. Now, for outside, a signal fire. I never built one of these. What is it? Okay, what is its function? The light on the signal fire can be seen from afar. Only 3 signal fires can be placed in the world. Comfort 1. Well, okay. That's cool and all, but don't we get a right now we have comfort level 4. Oh, these don't give us comfort level. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna put them here at each point of the deck here. That seems to be pretty well lit. We can't really tell for sure until it's full dark. So I think I'm going to leave it like that, and then once it becomes full dark, I'll look at it again and see if I feel like it needs more lighting. All right, I think the final thing that we need to do for the actual structural build, not counting decorations, furniture, crafting stations, and all that stuff, is do we want to have some separate rooms in here? So I have like a kitchen room, a storage room, that sort of thing. Up here we could have some bedrooms. I think what I'll do in that regard is let's start getting our stuff in here first, and then I'll decide if I want to add some interior walls, or if we want to just leave it open. I mean, it's small enough to where I think we could leave it open and it would be just fine. At least down here. Might make more sense to have some partitions up here for bedrooms. Like, okay, what we could maybe do is... okay, let's go to walls. Large wall, bark. Okay, that matches the floor. That's different than the floor. For that reason alone, I like this idea better. Okay, so what I'm thinking is do this. And then we have okay, and then what we do is we do this. And this is the captain's room. That's me, by the way, in case you guys didn't figure that out by now. And then okay, and then what we do is we go to windows and doors. Oh, no, this has to be a single door. What does that look like? These doors are huge. What about this one? Okay, what if we do this? Whoops, no, not that. Turn this one like so. There. And then if we wanted to add a little pizzazz to things, maybe we do this. Maybe we do for here. And then on the top, we could go with this style. Okay, and then I think we want this. that. And then turn that around. And then we want this. Okay. Why don't we take you down? Decoration, lights. Put a light there, a light here, a light here. Yeah, that's good. Now we need to also finish out windows and doors. That's what I want. Well, that might actually look weird because it's going to stick out on one end. Oh, well, I guess it's centers. Okay. That might be okay then. Alright, and then we want you there and there. We want you there and there. We want you there and there, there, and flipped around to there. And that finishes that part. So this room will be for all of our people, and they're going to have to share space, because that's just the way it goes. And I'm not going to go around and gather up a shit ton of Triton's horns, so they get these kind of beds. I don't know how many people we can ultimately hire. That gives us 6 beds. Maybe we'll go with 5 beds because that just doesn't look right. Alright, and then each person should have a little table by their bed. Well, they're not. That's not going to work, is it? We have something smaller. That's a stool. Let's put a chair there. Just do a little bit of decoration. Yeah, okay. We'll do you there. You there. Yours will, you guys will have to have yours at the foot of the bed. Put that there. And then maybe we will get a wardrobe here. Yeah. We might come up here and put some trophy heads or something later. I guess we could also put some shelving in up somewhere. Oh man, we're out of plant fiber already? Damn, I gathered over 1,000, but we've been doing a lot of plant fibery stuff. Wait, does that do something? Oh, that's revival point. Oh, okay. And we'll get our room all nice and decorated too. One thing we can do right now is take that down and go to here. Maybe we'll put some nicer lights in our room later. But we'll just do that for now. This looks pretty good in here. I like it. Maybe we'll put a bench and a table there and some other decorations in these corners later, but obviously I'm out of plant fiber. Okay, let's take a look now that it's dark. Yeah, I'd say this place is pretty well lit, actually. How about if we take a screenshot of this from here. All right, mateys, I am back. I went out and farmed up a whole bunch more plant fiber. So I think I want to also partition this room. Well, actually, no, I don't, because, again, I want to get kind of our crafting stations set up first, and then based upon how many of those we need in each area will kind of determine if I'm going to do separate rooms for those. So, what is left to do now is bring all of our crafting stations over and get them set up, build a big storage room / area, and build the wharf, which is going to happen over here. Bring the ships over and make sure we have enough decorations up to get our maximum rested bonus. So those are the next things that are going to happen with the base. However, I think we're going to wrap up this episode here because this has already probably gone pretty long. And I probably won't do a lot of editing on it because it's a building episode. And so the plan for the next episode will be to continue working on this until we get it where we want it before we go back out and start doing more questing and that sort of thing. So, with that being said, thanks everybody for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share the video, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.